Want cheap games and even discounted shark cards? Check out G2A's website and use code SAINTS for a 3% discount. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan here. Welcome to another GTA 5 Q&A, and as usual, I have some questions from you guys on Twitter using the hashtag AskSaints, and if you guys ever want to ask me anything, just use that hashtag on Twitter, and I will see it. But the first question here is going to set up the gameplay, which you're seeing in the background. So from Z Chains, what do you think of the timed events ending? Do you think they will add more or not? So I don't know how many of you guys have actually done these, but every Monday they do a new timed event where they give you an ending point or finish line, and you have to complete or get to that finish line in a certain time. You can use any car and go any route, and I think you get like $50,000 from it, so you get a pretty good amount. But they're actually ending today or this week. This week was the last one that they had in the game files, I guess. So people were wondering, are they going to return? Because they're kind of fun, and why wouldn't they, People are enjoying them. You get a challenge, and you get some good money out of it if you do complete them. For me personally, I honestly haven't been paying much attention to some of these. Like, I've done a few of them on occasion, but like the one that's happening this week on Mount Chiliad, I don't know if you guys have attempted it yet. Oh my god, it's impossible. Like, all right, one, and maybe this is just me, I have the worst luck ever, but it took me, like, I think I only did the actual challenge like 2 or 3 times. It took me longer to, one, get up there, and then I realized you can't spawn a car up there. You can't call your mechanic, so I had to freaking parachute back down, and that took me like 5 minutes. And then once I got my car, I had to go back up the mountain, but of course I hit like every tree and every rock because I suck at driving, and then the freaking, either me or the bike went sliding down the mountain, and it was just a mess, man. But the part that makes it even worse is that you can restart these time trials if you're on or in your car, but when you, like, if you're on a bike and you get knocked off, you have to get back on your bike to restart it. So it's just so frustrating. I've seen some people get super lucky, hit rocks and hit jumps and just land perfectly, but oh my god. So what you're seeing in the background is me attempting to do that time trial. Since it is the last one, I thought it was fitting for this episode. So if you see a lot of failure, that is why. What do I think of them, though? Getting back to your question, I mean, yeah, of course I would like more. Maybe not as impossible as this one, but they don't take away anything from the game. They only add to the gameplay, so why wouldn't, we want more? And hopefully Rockstar does add more with whether it's the Valentines or the next update. Next question from Natsume, when's the next car show? I wanted to put this in here because I'm actually going to be doing some later on tonight. I'm going to try to stream again and do a little longer stream with my new Elgato Game Capture HD 60 Pro, I think it's called. Everything went over super well on my little test stream that I did a few days ago, and I think I want to do that again tonight, so definitely go follow me on Twitch if you don't already. Next one from Raul. This one's the only non-GTA. Are you planning on doing some Fallout 4 content again? How many of you guys, let me know in the comment section, how many of you guys still play Fallout 4? Like, it was a really fun game and everything, and I have almost 100 hours probably in it over the course of 2 or 3 weeks. But for me, it just got a little bit too repetitive. I mean, once DLCs and once the modding world actually takes over and makes the game much better, then yeah, I'll probably hop back into it, do a few streams and everything. Next one from Paladin, do you think the Roosevelt, or is the Roosevelt going to be worth the money in your opinion? I'm assuming you mean the new one, the Valor, the one that's going to be almost $1 million. Here's the thing. It's an awesome car. You're not going to use it after these next few weeks. You're not going to use it that often, but it's an awesome car. It has one of the best horns in the game. You can fit, I think, 6 or 8 people on it because you can fit people on the outside. It's got some pretty good customization, which I showed you guys in a video a couple weeks ago or last week or something. And it's eventually going to be pretty rare because obviously these next few weeks are going to be the only time period where you can buy it. So if you take all that into account, I would say the Roosevelt's worth it. But I mean, if you only have, let's just say, $1 million, it might not be worth it to just go out and spend all of it on the Roosevelt just to have it. I mean, it's up to you. It's subjective. It's your opinion. For me, though, I'm going to get it just because I think I have every car that's been limited time only. So it's ultimately going to come down to whether or not you want to actually, spend all that money. But hey, look, on the bright side, they're doing the double money for the VIP stuff, which you can get a ton of money. And I think I'm going to be doing a video either later today or tomorrow showing you guys the best way to get money and to take advantage of that double money and RP. Speaking of that Valentine's Day stuff, Sly Cooper, Do you think that the mechanic will return with the new Valentine's DLC? He was removed with the original one. Yeah, man. You know, as much as I would love it, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I do miss him though, man. And I would love for him to return. I want the new players to have that same feeling of frustration when he takes your car and just drives it around the entire map because he makes the wrong turn. People don't get that nowadays, and I miss that. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Next one from Legend. Rockstar's been doing so well listening to the community with the past 3 DLCs, so a map extension does seem pretty realistic and would add 2 years, potentially to the game. Yeah, and honestly, that's one of the reasons why I do think maybe, whether it's Liberty City or whatever, some sort of map expansion is coming this year. If they really want players to continue playing GTA Online for the foreseeable future until GTA 6, then that's like one of the only ways I see it happening, because like these other DLCs, the yachts, the lowriders, the one we just got, the surprise January DLC, those are cool, but they don't really keep people playing for that long. But a new city would totally make people come back to the game and start playing for a longer period of time again, because there's more stuff to explore. It's a new city, a new feeling. And if we've been playing in Los Santos for the last 2.5 years, I definitely think a Liberty City or something else could keep players playing for the next 2.5 years. Second to last question from Central Gaming Hub. Do you think due to the success of GTA Online, do you think Rockstar still has plans for a single player DLC? Like I've said before, if the single player DLC does come, it's definitely going to be implemented into online some sort of way, whether it is a new map or whatever the case may be. I don't think it's just going to be single player only, just because they can make so much money from it online with shark cards. Although I guess if it was a single player DLC, it would be probably a $20 or $25, upfront cost. But this is really the ultimate question that we've been asking for the past 2 years now. Ever since that one Newswire post and interview where a developer from Rockstar said that there's a substantial story mode DLC on the way, people have been wondering, sort of where that's going. And then finally, the last question. This is the question of the day. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and your answer to this in the comment section. From Dammy DeWinter, what DLC do you want after the Valentine's update? Now, just taking a look at the months ahead of us. So this month, February, we have the Valentine's Day stuff. March comes next, then April, and then May, and then June. June is when E3 happens, when they can announce whatever they have planned, if they even are going to E3 or are going to announce something at E3. May is obviously the ideal choice for a summertime release of a big story DLC. However, March could be an option, only because that's the end of their fiscal year, and what better way for them to make a ton of money than dropping a giant DLC, a story mode, or online with Liberty City, or whatever the case may be, in March to end off their fiscal year. People would go crazy over that. And just taking a look, last year, Heist came out in March, so that was their first big DLC that everybody's been wanting. And, if they sort of replicated that, but with this single player or online map expansion DLC, don't you think, they would want to do that to get a ton of money? Obviously, it's all speculation, but it wouldn't surprise me if that was, if that did happen. Another person suggested something about an Easter DLC. Christmas was cool, but what can you really do for Easter, in GTA Online? They could probably do a few small things, a few masks and stuff, but I don't think it'd be as big as the festive surprise. But yeah, that's the question that I want you guys to answer in the comments. What DLC do you want after this upcoming Valentine's Day DLC? I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to think about that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for these every single week. And if you want to ask me a question, all you have to do is use the hashtag AskSaints on Twitter. See you guys in the next one, though. And as always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.